Hey guys, this is Loony and welcome to the episode. Today we are gonna get wings. We just came out of the end after defeating the dragon and we're gonna hop right back in because we are gonna get an Elytra. And after that we'll probably get one more and maybe a backup. So we have wings for days. But before we're gonna go to the end, we're gonna go into the nether because we want to place a nether portal that will connect to the nether portal we already made in the portal room at the stronghold. We want to be able to quickly move from our base to the end and to our new base, which we're going to build later in a future episode. For now, I wrote down the coordinates of the stronghold portal room. Then I divided these by 8 and it will give me the required location in the nether. So I'm mining down this way and I'll actually go all the way to the desired portal location to figure out that I went the wrong way. I'm mining towards 163 y-axis, but I had to go to minus 163. So let's skip ahead a little bit till we get to the right place. If I did the calculations right, this is the place where we should build the portal. So if it works out, we're going to light it up, go through, and we should end up right next to the end portal in the portal room inside the stronghold. So fingers crossed that it works. It worked, but the rain scared me for a second, but we are in the perfect location. Let's hop right into the end. Now, this next part, to me, is actually scarier than the dragon fight. In the dragon fight, weird things can happen, but it feels pretty controlled. What we're gonna have to do next is walk backward diagonally while crouching so that we don't fall off, bridging our way through the void, and in reality, it's a pretty safe process. But somehow, it feels like my pinky finger is going to cramp up. I'm going to fall off my bridge and take a dive into the void. Game over. Finished. This never actually happened. But these first end trips, I've done 3 of them. And every time, they are so terrifying. So I'm just gonna put on some music and try to zone out and forget about my finger cramping up because it's probably not gonna happen, but I would feel like it might. Here we go. After a little bit of exploring through the end, we found our first end city, but it's tiny. It's very, very small, but it does have a few shulkers, and they can get you in trouble. It's quite clear here already that they're blowing us up to the tower, and we don't want to fall all the way down. We do have feather falling on our boots, and we have a slow falling potion for absolute emergencies, but generally we try to get stuck under a ceiling so we don't go up any further. Now, there this end run in general isn't too bad. It's feeling less awkward than it was before, and there's two things really helping me. The one thing is that I brought a crafting table so I can cut all my solid blocks into half and use slabs instead. This makes sure that I have enough blocks to actually get where I need to go. Also, I brought enough food so I have some time to stay here. But the biggest thing so far is the block select button. If you press your middle mouse button, you can actually select the block you are looking at from your inventory, which means that when I'm awkwardly going backward over the void and I run out of the stack I'm working on, I don't have to go to my inventory. I don't have to let go of this left pinky that's pressing shift. I can just keep walking, press middle mouse button to select a new stack, press my right button to click the block and put it down, and then I can just soldier on. And I don't have to take little breaks in between, which helps me with managing the stress. Then one other thing, when I am going over this void, the clip you're seeing now is 10 times speed. So for me, those stretches took 10 times as long, and the long ones especially, they're a little bit intense. It's something to prepare yourself for mentally and have a fail-safe in place. So I can drink a potion of slow falling and use an ender pearl, and it might save my life, although I have to be very ninja quick. So it's best to just get in a rhythm and make sure not to let go of that pinky finger. That pinky finger is literally your life. And then, after some 50 minutes of walking through the end, we see a ship appear up in the sky. It's the tiniest end city I've ever seen that has a ship, but it has a ship. And this is one of the last very scary moments that we're gonna have in here, because we're gonna tower up to the ship. We don't want to go through the city, we just want to get there. And we want to approach from the front of the ship, because there's no shulker on the outside here. But if we get hit by a shulker, it's going to be very dangerous because we're going to be so high up. We've made it, guys. We're on the end ship. First one, see the shulker up there? That's the guy that was scaring me. I heard him and I was just worried that it was going to shoot me. Now, let's just get rid of this guy. I'm so excited. I'm being way awkward with my camera here. But this is a game-changing moment. Let's take some of this loot. Check this chest. And then it is time to get our wings and enchant them right away because we want to fly now. So we're gonna take our books, take our anvil and take our firework rockets, and we're gonna enchant this thing because then we are ready for the next step in our adventure. And we're gonna take our first jump. It's gonna be iconic. We're gonna jump from the crow's nest. I don't know why, but it just feels like the right thing to do after we get our first pair of wings. So now that we're on the ledge, it's a bit scary still. It should work. Double check. Grab a rocket just to be sure. And here we go. We are flying, guys. This is the biggest milestone yet. This is where our world starts. We're gonna venture through the end, collect some shulker shells, get a backup pair of Elytra, and then we're gonna go back to the overworld because we are gonna look for our first real project soon. But before we fight these shulkers, let's rewind the video a little bit. I'm very curious if you guys saw this too. The moment that we are landing on the roof, look at the top left of your screen. because there is another end ship right there. So clearly we went to get the Elytra there. Then we did a bunch more exploring through the end, raided a few cities, but we didn't find any more ships. And then finally, on our way out, we found one last one, where we got our third Elytra. And then we went back home to check out what we found during this run. And it was a pretty good score. We found a lot of gear. We found no less than 32 shulker boxes, about 30-ish diamonds, and most important, we have 3 sets of Elytra now, so we're in the air. And that means we're gonna look for a new base location next episode. See you then, and thanks for watching.